This video started out as a foundation collection video, but as I started putting makeup on today, I decided to turn it into a L'Oreal collection video. Stay tuned. I've always loved L'Oreal. It's been around forever. And since I can remember, L'Oreal has made some of my very favorite products across the board. I would say that at this time, the only weakness in the brand to me is eyeshadow palettes. So we'll see what happens. But their complexion products particularly have always been standouts for me. So today I decided to pull out all the items from my L'Oreal collection, go over them with you, tell you a little bit about them. So let's start with primer. And L'Oreal has some primers that have come out more recently, but this one is the one that I use today, and this is the primer that I prefer. This came out before the e.l.f. Halo Glow, and it has been providing a glowy base for people now for years. It's part of their Lumi line, and here it is. It's not glittery. It doesn't look really shiny on the face. It just looks luminous and glowy. And so I really love to use that as a primer. I think foundations is my favorite category for L'Oreal, and I have a few of them. So I wrote down some details about each one of them. And in my collection, I have 4 liquid foundations, 2 powder foundations, and 1 balm. So the first one that I wanted to share with you is the L'Oreal Age Perfect 4-in-1 Tinted Balm. This shade is light 20. Even though it is light, it's dark enough for me. And this comes in 8 shades. The benefits of this foundation are that it is skincare plus coverage. And so it has the benefits of both of one foundation. I looked at average prices for these. The average cost for this foundation is $16.99. It claims to have light to medium coverage, a luminous finish, and there is no scent to this one. I particularly love this for mature skin because I don't feel like it emphasizes texture, and I feel like it's hydrating and it feels nourishing on the skin, and it really goes evenly over the skin. That's my first foundation. The second one is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow 24-Hour Foundation. This one is in the shade 202 Creamy Natural. This comes in 12 shades. It is lightweight and long-lasting. Those are the claims of this one. It's $12.99, medium coverage, glowy finish, no scent. So I really enjoy this one for long wearing days. I don't necessarily want something matte, but I want something that's going to last, and I feel like this does the trick for that. The L'Oreal True Match Tinted Serum came out last year, and I could not wait to try it. Has 1% hyaluronic acid. It is in the shade 3 to 4 light medium, comes in 14 shades. The claims here: hybrid formulation, blends makeup with skincare. Price on this has gone up. I was surprised when I looked it up. $19.99 is the price for this. It claims to have light coverage, which I agree, but it's a strong light coverage, and a radiant finish. And again, this one has no scent. It comes in a little dropper, and so I just either put some on the back of my hand or just kind of put it on my face. And this is one of my favorites in my collection. L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. This is another from the Infallible line, and this is in the shade 450 Rose Beige. This comes in 40 shades. This is by far the best shade selection of all the foundations that I looked at. The claims for this one: lightweight, breathable, long wear foundation, $15.99 is the cost. Buildable coverage, you can get this medium to medium full. It has a natural finish and no scent. This is what I'm wearing today. Nope, I lied. This is what I was going to wear today. This is what I was going to wear. This is great for a long day of makeup. You need it to wear really well. It needs to be able to be resistant to sweat and water. This is my go-to for really long wearing foundation. The True Match that was just reformulated just came out recently. This is in the shade N4, which is light medium. It now has a pump on it, which everybody loves. And you know what? I was wrong again. This one actually comes in 47 shades. So it beats the Fresh Wear by 7 shades. This claims to be formulated with up to 6 pigments for a perfect match. That's its claim to fame, is that it can match anybody. This is $13.99. I believe before it was about $10. This provides medium coverage, a natural finish. It does not have a scent, and I have been using this one like crazy. This one is so much fun to use. Foundations are my very favorite category of makeup, and so I was just so excited to get my hands on this one. The L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Powder Foundation. This shade is 190 Beige Sand. This comes in 20 different shades. The claims here are that it is waterproof, heat-proof, and sweat-proof. I haven't found anything that can actually be proof, if you know what I'm saying. Resistant, yes, but proof, kind of iffy on that. So this provides full coverage according to the L'Oreal site. It has a matte finish, and there is no scent to this one either. And so I'm going to go with medium to full coverage, is about as far as I can build this up without it looking cakey. And I do tend to use this one only as a powder foundation and not as a powder over like a light foundation, like maybe the tinted serum, because this one does provide a lot of coverage. Even a light dusting of this, it can begin to build up pretty quickly. So I use this pretty much strictly as a foundation. Love this one as well. The last one, which is what I have on my face today, is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Creamy Powder Foundation. So this is formulated for mature skin. The shade that I have is 305 Creamy Beige. This comes in 7 different shades. The claims: it is designed for mature skin. It blurs and evens the skin. Some of these claim to have skin loving products. I don't put a lot of weight into those. I get my skincare from my skincare. The cost of this one is $16.99, and it has light coverage that is buildable, maybe up to a light medium. This has a matte finish, no scent. And I was going to use this as my liquid foundation and this is my powder, but before I knew it, I was applying this and I didn't want to put the other on top of it. But boy, am I glad I did, because I haven't used this alone for a while, and I really think that my complexion looks good right now. So it reminded me that this can be a really good foundation all by itself. Those are my foundations, and I'm not sure if I could pick a favorite. I guess if I had to, it would be the Infallible 24-Hour Glowy Foundation, because it's a lightweight, long wearing, and It just feels good on the skin. So I guess if I had to pick one out of these, it would be this one. This one gets some more use, and this one's the only one I have a backup of, so I guess that tells me something too. Now, let's go on to some other complexion products from L'Oreal. My favorite powder of all time is the L'Oreal True Match Setting Powder. This is a pressed powder, and it's in the shade N4, which is light medium. It comes in a compact, just like this. And this powder is really smoothing. Today, I use this powder all over. I don't have a L'Oreal concealer, so I put my powder foundation under my eyes even, and then put this powder all over my face with a large fluffy brush. And all of these powder foundations and powders and blushes, they have a mirror on one side with a little puff, which I use the puff. And on the other side, they have the product. And I think that's really compact and handy. The blushes even have a little blush brush on the other side. So that's my very favorite powder of all time. Certainly in my L'Oreal collection, always will be. So I have two bronzers. The one that's a little older in my collection is from the Lumi line, and this is the True Match Bronze It. This is a really light shade for me. So on a day when I'm going more for a natural look, maybe not even foundation, maybe just a little concealer, a little blush, and then I just want a little dimension on my forehead, I will use this one. This is in shade 01, which is light. And this one is not a really impactful bronzer on me. It provides a slightly natural satin finish, but it's almost, you can't tell I have bronzer on. It's that light on me. My latest bronzer from the L'Oreal collection is one of my top 3 bronzers in my whole collection right now. The L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer. And this one is in the shade 300, and this is light medium. And I have cool tone skin, so I love a bronzer that has a cooler, redder undertone. And this bronzer is more on the matte side, but it doesn't look powdery on the skin. It actually looks radiant on the skin. And I love this bronzer. This is the bronzer that I use today for my cheeks and for my forehead. And again, it has this little section here that you can, I can't remember if a puff originally came in here or not, and it has a mirror, and I think that that makes these products really nice. So let's go to blush now, and this is the only L'Oreal blush that I have right now in my collection. I plan to change that very soon. So this is the True Match Super Blendable Blush, and this is a neutral tone right here. So this blush can be worn with pretty much any look. It just kind of goes with the flow. I also wanted to mention that for my eyeshadow look today, to start off with, I used this and this in the crease. And I love using bronzer and blush in the crease. It kind of pulls a look together. It just makes everything look, you know, like it matches, which it does. So I love these blushes. Right now, Ulta has a sale on L'Oreal products. Buy 2, get 1 free. And they also have the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale right now, so it's the perfect time to pick up your favorite products. The bottom is off of this particular one. The mirror fell off and it's over there on my headstand, but you can, or my headboard, but you can see the little brush that comes with this. So for lips, I like the, this is the Glow Paradise lip line from L'Oreal. First of all, I think the packaging is very elegant looking, and it has this little notch right here that goes into here, and I think it makes it fit tighter, fit better. This is in the shade 130 Nude Heaven. This is very well loved and used. And this goes so well with the blush. I just think that these two colors look really cohesive together. This is a nourishing, hydrating, creamy formula, and usually those formulas are not long wearing. I don't wear this with a lip liner. I just wear it just on the lips by itself for a really natural day like today. So I love this lip product from L'Oreal. Now, as far as a highlighter goes, this is what I use for a highlighter. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Liquid Glow Illuminator. And so what I do is I just squeeze out just a little bit from here on my finger. And this is called Rose Glow. And I warm it up with my fingers, and then I dab it right up here on my cheekbones. And it just gives me a little bit of a rosy luminance. Nothing really spectacular, just very subtle for your subtle makeup days. So this is what I use from L'Oreal for my highlighter. Emily Noel uses a highlighter palette from L'Oreal. I'd love to get my hands on that, but I haven't been able to find it lately because the highlighters she shows are really beautiful. So I don't have an eyeshadow palette from L'Oreal because they just haven't put out anything. But I have these two liquid lid colors right here. So this is called the Brilliant Eyes Liquid Eyeshadow. And this is in a mauvey purpley shade. Here it is right here. 425 Amethyst Quartz, and it has a doe foot applicator. So I just tap this all over the inner and center part of my eyelid. I tap it on first of all with my fingers. This is another shade, and this is 455 Bronze Light. This is a little bit deeper than the Amethyst. As you can see, it's got a little bit of shimmeriness to it. So I put this on the outside and I blot it with my finger. I've already put my bronzer and blush in the crease. So after I've blotted it out with my finger, let it dry a little bit, I just take a fluffy brush and run it through the crease. And I've had this on now for about 3 or 4 hours, and it's not getting into my little wrinkles or lines on my eyes. And the camera never does these things justice, but it's so shimmery and just so elegant and pretty on the eyes. So these are the eyeshadows that I use from L'Oreal. I have 5 different mascaras. L'Oreal also makes my favorite brand of mascara. And the first one that I use today is the Lash Paradise. This is not the waterproof version. This is from the Voluminous line, Lash Paradise. This is what the wand looks like. It's a little thinner in the center. And this is not a real wet formula, but it kind of goes over to that side, to the more wet formula. And this gives me some great length, and I also feel like it volumizes, and it doesn't cause the spider lashes, and it doesn't clump my lashes together. I feel like it looks really natural. This next one is one of my favorites. This is the Balm mascara from L'Oreal. It's called Voluminous, and this one is Brown Balm. It comes in brown and black. And so you think, a balm mascara? What could this possibly be about? So yeah, this one feels just kind of nourishing. It's not necessarily wet. It's just very creamy. And I just feel like it gives your eyelashes just a really natural look. It's not going to be Lash Princess in your face lashes. It's more of a natural look, but to me it's still impactful. It's really pretty. I like this formula a lot. And then back to the Voluminous line, I have 3 of the different colors of the L'Oreal. So this one is more of a purpley shade, and I wear this with some of my cooler eye looks. And so sometimes what I'll do is put a black mascara on top if I really want some oomph, because black mascara shows up better. And then I'll use one of these colored ones on the bottom lashes, and it's just a subtle, kind of cool, different thing to have. This next one is more of a burgundy one. Sometimes I pair this with the Pillow Talk eyeliner in the Waterline by Charlotte Tilbury when I'm doing a berry look. And again, sometimes I use this all over the eyes. This one is a little deeper than this one, and sometimes just on the bottom lashes. The last one, this has been around for a while, and this is the bright blue. And if I'm gonna wear this one, it's gonna be upper and lower lashes. I'm in the mood for blue, and we're just doing blue all over. So this is the blue one. There is another color now, it's an emerald green, and I'm planning on getting that one. And so those are all of my L'Oreal products. This is my L'Oreal collection, and I love this brand. It's been around for so long. It just has some staples for me, some holy grails, as they say. And so I wanted to highlight my collection. So my original idea before I got sidetracked with L'Oreal was to do a foundation collection. I have about 29 foundations in my collection. I know, that's a lot of foundations. And I want to share them all with you and kind of share some details about each one of them, so that if you're looking for a new foundation or you just enjoy foundations like I do, that you can kind of come on into my collection and see what I have. And at the end of that, I'm going to tell you what my very favorite foundation right now is, so stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as usual, please like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to join my little family, and I will see you for the next video. Bye-bye.